Ray, thank you for coming by today. Pleasure to get a chance to talk to you.
Hey, great being here. This is awesome.
Yeah, fantastic. So what I thought we'd do is maybe just start with a little primer for folks around your view, because you talk with so many CIOs, so many customers, about the state of the enterprise software market, kind of the big trends you see, some of the things you see happening.
So the big thing that's going on still is massive amounts of disruption. Organizations are trying to figure out how they're going to change their business models, how they're going to innovate. So you see projects around IoT or blockchain or what they're trying to do with digital business models. All that's happening. But the challenge right now is they are so knee-deep in paying technical debt. And so all the legacy applications, all the legacy that they've got to get out of, so they're trying to find any way they can actually fund innovation through cost optimization.
They've got all this kind of future things they want to do, right? Cloud, and they've got the on-premises, everything they've got from a legacy standpoint. How are they keeping these working together, or are they?
They're trying, right? You get stuff like AI, machine learning, cloud, as you were talking about as well. They're orchestrating, they're piecemealing, they're trying to find the budgets to pull this together, but it's still a big mess.
Yeah. So is it coexisting then in sort of a hybrid environment, or would you characterize it differently?
Oh, so people always like to say, we're going to go all cloud, and you're like, yeah, in what time frame, right? Is it going to be like in 5 years, is it going to be 10 years? We're going to be in hybrid for quite some time. And the reason we're going to be in hybrid for quite some time is because there's some published stats. We also have stats that say, hey, less than 10% of the world's workloads are in the cloud today. Right? It's just less than 10%. We're 15 years into the cloud, less than 10%. So let's assume we're going to be in hybrid for a long time, and how we orchestrate, how we manage multi-cloud is going to be very important.
So that 10%, right, that's in the cloud today, the workloads, where is that? Is that systems of engagement? Is it analytics? Is it mobile? Kind of where is it focused?
It's still in transactions, but we're seeing more and more it's going to be in AI, right? Because what we're doing in the cloud is be able to take unlimited compute power, access, storage, memory, being able to crunch out things. And so we're seeing a lot more use cases in AI. We're seeing it in dev and test, right? But on the transactional systems, it's still taking a lot of time.
It's taking a lot of time. So from a functional standpoint, obviously Salesforce.com came along early, Workday early, so you're seeing it in systems that engage either employees or Salesforces and entities like that. What about like the manufacturing floor? Is that still on premises or at this point?
Hard to believe, but it's still very on premises in most of manufacturing, especially when you think about the manufacturing systems that are there. But it's improving. Like people are trying to do IoT, people are trying to take the data analytics from these sensors and actually do remote monitoring, remote maintenance. So that's starting to happen, but this is going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah. All right, so it sounds like there's a definite coexistence still for many, many years. There's a hybrid architecture, I guess, or deployment that companies are following through with and using. How are they going about executing that, I guess? Are they buying hybrid architectures and infrastructure as a service? Are they shifting funds from on-premises to these cloud applications, and how are they doing that? What are some of the strategies they're using to get
So
there?
multiple strategies. I think some organizations are taking anything new has to be in the cloud, everything old, let's see what we can do and figure out the integration and orchestration. That's one. The second one is, well, how do we actually drive down the cost structure of what we're doing with legacy stuff? Because in most organizations, it's upside down. You're spending 70 to 85%, maybe 90% of your budget on old stuff, right? And if you do that, you're never going to innovate. You're never going to catch up. And so you just have to flip that. And if you can flip that and actually spend 40% on new stuff, 60% on the old stuff, you have a shot. Once you cross that 50-50 point, then you're actually in a spot where you can actually start to innovate.